Hello and welcome to the Wayne State Coaches Show, an exclusive here on MyWayneNews.com. I'm Mike Carnes. We're here to talk Wildcat athletics. We will talk with Wayne State men's basketball coach Jeff Kaminsky about the Wildcats' road trip up to Minnesota this past weekend. We'll do that after this timeout here on the Wayne State Coaches Show.
The Coaches Show is sponsored by Pack and Save. Pack and Save is a proud supporter of Wildcat athletics and is your one-stop shop for savings. Check out Pack and Save's excellent produce and find the best cuts in their grade A meat department. Be sure to stop at the Top Notch Deli where you can find their amazing fried chicken, daily lunch specials, and all the fixings for your next tailgate or viewing party. Pack and Save is open from 7:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. 7 days a week, and their staff is waiting to help you for all of your grocery needs. Pack and Save, your one-stop shop for savings in Wayne, America. Go Cats!
Welcome back to the Wayne State Coaches Show on MyWayneNews.com. Time to talk men's basketball with Coach Jeff Kaminsky. The Wildcats going on the road this week and getting a split with Concordia St. Paul and Minnesota State. Wildcats defeat Concordia St. Paul 94-74 and then drop an 89-78 decision at Minnesota State. And the big story on Friday night was Nate Moore. Before Friday's game, he'd only scored 17 points the entire season, and Friday night he dropped out a career-high 21 points coming off the bench and helped the Wildcats to victory. And nice to see Nate coming off the bench and having a big night like that.
Well, he's really had a great year for us in practice, and he's been a guy that it's been hard just to get him in the rotation, and we just decided we needed to do that on Friday. Nate's one of our more skilled players, and the fact that Concordia just plays a lot of zone, we felt like he'd probably get some looks and some shots, and it turned out that way. We didn't really expect he'd score 21, but we figured he'd make a couple shots for us and maybe help open things up for us against our zone. So he was great. It was fun to see that. I think our whole group really enjoyed when you see a guy that's worked hard in practice and just hasn't got the minutes, not to his fault, but just because of our rotation, have that kind of success. I think was fun and uplifting for everybody.
Yeah, Wildcats led that game from start to finish, got out to 10-0 lead, and led by as many as 15. Concordia got within one late in the first half, but the Wildcats used a 14-0 run in the second half to pull away. And complimenting Nate Moore's 21 points, Nick Ferrarini had 17, and Jordan Jansen, Trevin Joseph, and Kendall Jacks all hit for 16 points in that game. A great overall effort there by the Wildcats. Saturday night they had a chance to wrap up the South Division title, but Minnesota State had other ideas and came away with the win. The Mavericks led by as many as 13 at the half and really never let Wayne State get back into the game. Highlight from Saturday night, Kendall Jacks became the school's all-time leading scorer in Northern Sun Conference games. He had 17 points, now has 1,183 points in NSIC games, which is 4 points better than the mark set by Amory Shelby 6 years ago. And Nick Ferrarini with 16 points, Vance Jansen and Jordan Jansen each with 14 that game. But Kendall, we've talked many times about what he has meant to this team and getting the school record in NSIC games, another notch in the cap for him. He's again has been an outstanding player.
He has, and it seems like every week he comes up with something new. So, but he's been a consistent scorer for sure for us all year long, and as we've talked about Kendall's. Just great individual to have in our program. He's got tremendous commitment to the game, and he's been a great teammate. He's a guy. Obviously, we're getting down the stretch here that we're really going to miss with the other two seniors, but he deserves all the accomplishments that he achieves, and hopefully there's some more things to come for him before the year's out.
You bet. Wildcats at 18-8 now in overall, and they're tied with Minnesota State for the lead in Northern Sun Conference Southern Division at 13-7. Big weekend this weekend. The Wildcats will host Southwest Minnesota on Friday night, and then Sioux Falls on Saturday. Still possible that you guys can be the South Division champions, or at least be the co-champions if you match what Minnesota State does this weekend. If you can go 1-1 or 2-0, and they can drop one more game than you do, then you guys are the champs.
Well, it's a crazy league, and we know just how balanced it is, how competitive it is, and Augustana and Sioux Falls, who we'll see on Saturday, still have a chance at the South Division as well. The good thing for us, at least in terms of being a co-champ, is we control our own destiny and don't need any help. Obviously, we'll take some help if we can get Mankato to lose and and have an opportunity to win the South outright. But it's still a good position to be in. Obviously, Saturday would have been a monumental win for us and put us in a lot better position than we are. But we're still sitting here with 18 games. Have our final 2 games at home. Chance to win 20 games, chance to win at least a share of the South Division. All those things are in our control. Big thing on Friday night with our win, we talked about this last week, is by winning by winning 1 game over the weekend, we secured having a home playoff game, which hasn't happened here for a long time. Maybe it has never happened in the NSIC in terms of the current format. So a little history there, and really proud of our guys. It'll be great to be at home this weekend and then turn around next week, a week from Wednesday, and start our conference tournament and be able to play that first round game at home.
Yeah, and considering where the program was at 2, 3, 4 years ago, to be in this position now, it's quite a remarkable turnaround that you and your staff and the players have put together this year. It's been really fun to watch this team grow and have the success that has kind of eluded the program in the last several years.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that, and our players really deserve most of the credit. Our staff does a great job. Our assistants do a lot of work in terms of getting ready, getting our team ready to play every game, and I really feel as if there's not a more prepared team when we step on the floor, and our guys just really deserve a lot of credit for this season, and looking forward to accomplishing a few more things yet. Yeah,
well, Wildcats, like I said, have a chance to wrap up at least a share of the South Division title, if not an outright, depending on the outcome this weekend. A lot of things going to happen here with Augustana, Sioux Falls, and Minnesota State all mathematically alive. So, but winning takes care of everything, and if the Wildcats can win both, then they'll definitely be the South Division champs, and we'll just have to see how it goes. But Wildcats, Southwest Minnesota State on Friday night, and Sioux Falls on Saturday, and then as Coach said, a first-round playoff game coming up next Wednesday, and we'll talk about that on next week's show. So good luck this weekend, and hopefully we're talking about the South Division champs on Monday.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me on.
All right, we'll take a time out and have more here on the Coach's Show right after this.
The Coach's Show is sponsored by Pack and Save. Pack and Save is a proud supporter of Wildcat Athletics and is your one-stop shop for savings. Check out Pack and Save's excellent produce and find the best cuts in their grade A meat department. Be sure to stop at the top-notch deli where you can find their amazing fried chicken, daily lunch specials, and all the fixings for your next tailgate or viewing party. Pack and Save is open from 7:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. 7 days a week, and their staff is waiting to help you for all of your grocery needs. Pack and Save, your one-stop shop for savings in Wayne, America. Go Cats!
Welcome back to the Wayne State Coaches Show on MyWayNews.com. Some other news regarding Wayne State athletics. The Wayne State cross-country teams received the All-Academic Team Award from the U.S. Track and Field and Cross Country Coaches Association. You have to have a GPA of 3.0 or higher, and the Wayne State men had a 3.5 GPA, and the women had a 3.57. 8th straight year for the men to receive the honor, and the 6th straight year for the women's cross-country team at Wayne State to receive that honor. So congratulations to both of those teams. Baseball action. The Wayne State baseball team improved to 5-1 on the year with a 3-game sweep in Fort Hays, Kansas last week. They won Wednesday on 5-4 decision on Wednesday. 7 starters had at least 1 hit as part of an 11-hit attack. Brendan Madsen was 3 for 5. Jake Lamar with 2 for 3, and Jake Lorenzini hit a solo homer. Adian Breedlove gets the win with 6 innings of work, strikes out 3, and allows 9 hits. On Thursday, they swept a doubleheader, winning 9-3 and 13-7. In the first game, Kyle Thompson hit a grand slam homer, and Bryce Basinius added a solo homer in the 7th. Hunter Wienhoff struck out 8 in 5 2/3 innings for the win there. And in the second game, Andrew Hansen had a huge game, 4 for 6, 2 homers, 2 doubles, 6 RBIs to lead a 16-hit attack. Aaron Ross gets the win, striking out 8 and allowing 4 hits. Wildcats back in action on Friday, March 1st. They'll have a 3-game series out in Colorado against Regis University. Wayne State softball team to open up its softball season. They were supposed to play in a tournament, but the tournament got canceled because of the weather, so they were able to get in a doubleheader with Southwest Baptist down in Bolivar, Missouri. They split that doubleheader, lost 5-3, and won the nightcap 8-5. In the first game, Annie Grammer doubled to highlight a 6-hit attack. Maddie Moser was the losing pitcher in that game. And in the nightcap, Wayne State scored 4 in the top of the 7th to come back for the win. Vasa Vidlak hit a 2-run homer to highlight the offense. McKenna Adkison gets the win in her first college start. They'll be in Emporia, Kansas this weekend for the Emporia State Tournament beginning on Friday. That's going to do it for this week's edition of the Wayne State Coaches Show here on MyWayNews.com. Have yourselves a good one. We'll be back next week with another edition. Until then, this is Mike Carnes. We'll see you later.